Have you ever come back from a conversation and suddenly your brain starts playing it again? Questions like, why did I say that? Why did they respond like that? Did I sound stupid? Maybe they were offended. I should have said something different. And the strange thing is, the conversation may have lasted 10 minutes, but your brain can keep discussing this with you for next 6 hours. Does it ring a bell? Why does this happen? And more importantly, why is your brain convinced that replaying the conversation will somehow make you feel better? There can be a lot of explanations. Number one, your brain is trying to find certainty. The first thing to understand is that your brain doesn't like uncertainty, especially when another person is involved. You can know exactly what you said, but you can't completely know what the other person was thinking. What did the other person mean? Whether that person was upset. What will they think about you tomorrow? This uncertainty can be very uncomfortable. So the brain starts reviewing the conversation. It thinks maybe if I analyze it one more time, I'll finally understand what happened. But here's the problem: you're trying to get certainty from information that cannot provide certainty. It's something that's happened, and you can't replay it accurately no matter how much you try. So even if you try to replay this 50 times in your head, you will still not know exactly what is happening inside the other person's mind. Number two, replaying feels like problem solving. This is where overthinking becomes particularly tricky because it doesn't feel like overthinking. It feels like you're solving a problem. Maybe if I think enough, I will be able to solve. You even analyze their facial expressions. You're remembering their exact words, the tone they were speaking in. And you keep convincing yourself that I'm not overthinking, I'm just trying to understand. And you keep looking for some new information. It's like you are a detective who is trying to find the missing piece that would have led to the conversation going bad. And this especially happens when when the couples have a big fight, and because it hurts them so much that they are replaying this again and again to find that, oh, maybe I missed something, maybe it was in my control, maybe the other person's anger, or maybe if the other person was exhausted, maybe it was in my control. Number three, sometimes the real fear is in the conversation. Here's what psychology gets more interesting. Sometimes you're not actually worried about what happened, you're worried about what it might mean about you. So if I went on a date, or I went and met a client and they did not respond much, their tone was not very interesting, your brain might say, okay, they did not like what I said. But maybe they don't like me. Maybe people don't really respect me. So now you're not analyzing a conversation anymore. You are analyzing your self worth. Number four, your brain may be trying to protect you. Um, there's not I want to clarify that there is nothing wrong with your brain. Your brain is simply helping you to protect itself. It's trying that, okay, if I can get some more evidence, maybe I'll feel less hurt. So your brain has the right intentions, but the brain itself cannot help you with that overload of information. So you need some reasoning, you need some perspective on what you should actually do. So solutions. Number one, the first step is to catch the loop early. When you notice yourself replaying the conversation, don't immediately try to solve it. Ask yourself, is there something I can actually do about this? And the answer should be, I cannot. I need to first give it time. So you separate facts from interpretations. So look at what factually happened, not what you think happened. Write down on a piece of paper what actually happened and only the facts. And it should not include sentences like they might have thought this, they might have um, um, shared this because of a certain reason. Then ask yourself, what am I afraid this conversation means? Maybe it's they don't like me, I have embarrassed myself, I have disappointed them, they are going to reject me. Once you identify the fear underneath this rumination, you can work with the actual emotion rather than endlessly analyzing the conversation. Number two, the most important shift. You may need to practice tolerating something that anxious thinking desperately wants to eliminate, and that is uncertainty. Can you, a quick exercise, if you're worried about something, you don't know what will happen, can you just sit for 30 minutes and not do anything about it? Maybe you do anything else, but don't try to do anything about it. And once you're trying to consciously go away from the non, so once you're trying to go from solving to non-solving mode, you are accepting your uncertainty. It can be very difficult. Accepting uncertainty means that I don't have control anymore. And if I don't have control, will I be okay? Congratulations, you are going to be okay. Being in control doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be peaceful and happy. And losing control is very normal and very common. So the next time your brain starts replaying a conversation from 3 hours ago, don't immediately ask, what did I do wrong? Ask yourself, am I solving something or am I trying to get certainty? Because sometimes the way out of overthinking isn't finding the perfect answer. It is learning that you don't need an answer to every uncertainty in order to feel safe. So your brain cannot learn how to stop thinking, but your brain can definitely learn how to tolerate uncertainty, how to feel safe during uncertainty. All right, take care.